Good morning, children. Welcome in today's revision module. So children, today we are going to revise lesson number 10, that is money in everyday life. In this module, I will teach you carry out addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of money, and we will also do the profit and loss percent when CP, that is cost price, and SP, that is selling price, are given. So let's start the module. As you know, children, in India we uses rupees and paisa. Fine. So we know the symbol of rupees. Symbol of rupees is R, and this line we make over here. So you all know this is the symbol of rupees, and 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. This also you knows very well. So first of all, I will teach you how to convert rupees into paisa and paisa into rupees. So first of all, I'll teach, like if I am having rupees 15 and I have to convert it into paisa, then what I have to do? As we know, 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. So to convert 15 rupees into paisa, I have to multiply 15 by 100. So I will write over here 15 multiplied by 100. So I got 1500 paise. Understood? Now the second conversion. As you know, 1 rupee is equals to 100 paisa. So 1 paisa will be 1 upon 100 rupees. Right? So if I need to convert paisa into rupees, I have to divide this by 100. So if I will divide this 1500 by 100, then I will get 15 rupees. So let's take one example. Suppose I have taken 850 paise. So I have to divide it by 100. So I will write here 850 divided by 100. So you know the rule. Because 2 zeros are given over here, so I will put the decimal before the 2 numbers. So it is become 8.50 rupees. Fine? Or I can say this is 8 rupees 50 paise. Okay, children? Understood the conversion? Now we will do operations on money. So what all operations we are going to do? Yes, we are going to do addition of money, subtraction of money, multiplication and division. So first of all, we will take one question where we will add money. Suppose I have to add rupees 58.25, 9.50. Okay, so I will write these numbers like this, that one decimal will come under the second decimal. If more money I have, so I will write the numbers like this, that decimal will come under the decimal. So I will add them. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 8 plus 9 is 17. So I will write 7 here and carry 1. 5 plus 1, 6. So my answer is 67 rupees 75 paise. Now let's see the subtraction. Subtraction of money. Suppose I have to subtract 17 rupees 90 paisa from 80 rupees. So I will write 80 above this. 80, because nothing is given over here, so I can write 00. Children, when after the decimal, if I will put 0, that does not affect the number. Okay, because it is become 80.00. If I will remove these zeros, then also the quantity will remain same, that is 80. Okay, so I will subtract it. 0 minus 0. 0 is smaller over here, so 9 I cannot subtract. so I have to borrow from the nearer number. Here also 0, so I will borrow from 8. Okay, so 7 and it is become 10. I will borrow 1 from this, so it is now 9 and 1 I will give to this number. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Decimal. Under the decimal I have to put the decimal. 9 minus 7 is 2 and 7 minus 1 is 6. So here my answer is 62 rupees 10 paisa. So here I can write the symbol of rupees also. Understood, children, the subtraction? Now the time of multiplication. So here is a question of multiplication. Suppose I have to multiply rupees 123.25, that is 123 rupees and 25 paisa by 12 rupees. Okay, here I have to consider the number like that decimal is not there, because after solving this multiplication question, in the last I will put the decimal. Okay, so just I will multiply this. 5 2s are 10, so 0 I will write here and carry 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 2 3s are 6. 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2. Okay. Now I will put a cross over here and multiply this number by 1. So 5 1s are 5. 1 2s are 2. 1 3s are 3. 1 2s are 2 and 1 1s are 1. Now I will add these numbers. 0. 5 plus 5 10. So 0 I will write here. Carry 1. 6 plus 1 7. 7 plus 2 9. 4 plus 3 7. And 2 plus 2 4. 1 I will write as it is. Now here I have not put the decimal. Okay, I have just multiplied the number just like a simple multiplication. Now what I will do? I will see the position of the decimal. So here the decimal is given before the two numbers 1, 2. So I will put the decimal here also before the two numbers. So 1, 2. So where the decimal will come? In between 9 and 0. So what is my answer? My answer is 1479. Okay. If I will write 0.00, it does not affect. Fine. It is equal to rupees 1479 itself. Now we will see a question of division. Okay, children. So I will take one example. Rupees 899 and 10 paisa. This number I have to divide by 9 rupees. Fine. This is division of money. So first of all I will divide 89 by 9. So 9 9s are 81. 9 minus 1 is 8. I will take this 9 down. 9 9s are 81 again. 9 minus 1 8. Decimal. Here also I will not take this decimal. I will not consider this decimal. I will divide this number like a simple division. And in the last I will put the decimal. So I will take this 1 down. 9 9s are 81. Now 81 minus 81 is 0. Now I will take this 0 down. Okay, children. So 9 zeros are 0. So here my answer is solved. Now here I have not put the decimal. Now I will put my decimal. So in the question before the two numbers decimal is given. So in the answer also I will put my decimal before the two number. So here my answer is rupees 99 and 90 paise. Children, now we will study the profit and loss. So what is profit and what is loss? When we are selling something in more price rather than the price on which we have purchased something. So in that condition we will be in profit. So there are two types of prices. That is CP. CP stands for cost price. Cost price is what? The price at which something is bought. The price at which something is bought. That is called cost price. Okay. And what is SP? SP stands for selling price, right? Selling price is the price at which we sell something. Okay, so see, if the cost price is more and the selling price is less, that means we have purchased some item in more price and sold it in the less price. In that condition, we will be in loss. So how can I define it? In the condition of loss, cost price is more. So I will write cost price minus selling price. This is the condition of loss. So this has become your formula. In the loss, the condition is always the cost price is more than selling price. If we are in profit, in what condition we will be in profit? When the selling price is more than the cost price. So in that condition, selling price minus cost price. Because we are in profit, that's why the selling price is more. You will understand it by an example. So let's take one example. So children, here I am explaining you one example of your book. Mr. Sharma bought an old house for rupees 12,26,000. That means 12,26,000 is the cost price of that house. Fine. So I have written here cost price of the house. He sold it for rupees 13,52,000. So this has become selling price, right? So the selling price is 13,52,000. Now, after spending 75,000 on repair, that means 75,000 rupees Mr. Sharma has spent on the house more. So this is called the overhead charge, and this overhead charge will be added in the cost price itself because he has spent it extra. So what is 75,000? This is overhead charge that will be added into the cost price. So here the cost price is 12,26,000, 75,000 is added into it. So now the total cost price of the house is 13,01,000. The selling price is 13,52,000, right? So here you can see the selling price is more than the cost price. That means we are in profit. So the profit is selling price minus cost price. When we subtract selling price from the cost price, we got 51,000. So we are in the profit of 51,000 rupees. Now the next important thing is percentage of profit and percentage of loss. So percentage of profit or loss, whatever we are finding, that is always found on the cost price. Profit and loss are always expressed as a percentage of the cost price. So what will be the formula of this? That the percentage of profit is profit divided by cost price multiplied by 100. And if I need to find out the percentage of loss, then it will be loss divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Okay children, this is the percentage of profit and loss. Both we will find out the percentage on the cost price, right? So let's take one example. So children, here we will take the first example of your book. That is, a pen was bought for rupees 20 and sold for rupees 25. Find the profit percent. So children, you have seen there the cost price of the pen was 20 rupees and the selling price of the pen was 25 rupees. So in this case, because the selling price is more than the cost price, so obviously we are in profit. So profit is SP minus CP. SP is 25 and cost price is 20. So we got 5 rupees of profit. Here in this condition, we have to find out the profit percentage. As we have seen the formula, percentage of profit is profit divided by CP multiplied by 100. Okay, so here I will put the values. Profit is 5 rupees, cost price is 20 rupees multiplied by 100. 21s are 20, 25s are 100, and 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. So we are in the profit of 25%. So the profit percent of a pen is 25%. Understood, children? Just like this, we can find out the percentage of loss also. So children, you understood very well profit, loss, percentage of profit and percentage of loss. Generally in the questions, whenever this is asked, first of all we have to find out the profit or loss, then we can find out its percentage. In the condition when the cost price or selling price is given, then we will find out first profit or loss and then we can find out percentage. If the percentage of profit or loss is given and cost price is given, then we can find out profit or loss. Loss is the condition when the cost price is more than selling price, and profit is the condition when the selling price is more than the cost price. So children, learn these formulas with logic what I taught you, so that will become easier for you to understand the sums. Right children? Take care. Bye bye.